Alright, straight Ebola.
That's downward.
What?
What?
Well, that's okay. This is just for aesthetic, isn't it? Alright, so should we start?
Yeah.
So this is the third part. This is the first podcast that we're doing.
Yeah.
So okay, what is it? Welcome to. What's this? Oh no, we're not supposed to turn, is it? I'm still getting used to this. So this is gonna be Creatives Confessions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the host. Am I?
Killer Keemstar.
What? I'm the host, Miorandi, and this is Creative Confessions. This is the third podcast, and today we're joined by Jay Young.
Hello.
Introduce yourself, please.
So my name's Jay Young. I'm a cinematographer from London who's currently studying at Solent, Southampton University.
So you're a cinematographer between London and Southampton.
Yeah,
basically. You're not in London that much. I'm pretty pissed about that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if anyone needs work done, I'm more than happy to come to London.
Oh my God. I'm so nervous about this.
Yeah. I mean, just have a conversation.
Cool. We might have to find a cheaper solution in the future because this is...
He can hear every single part of this.
It's okay. No, this is a great spot to shoot.
Saying that, actually really, really nice studio, to be fair.
Yeah, watch out how you turn from that mic.
Yeah, don't worry.
Oh my God, don't do
I'm
that.
a professional.
Okay, so what we're going to say. So the point of this podcast, Creative Confessions, is to have creators, any kind of creators come through to just have a conversation and share experiences throughout time. So it's not just going to be filmmakers like me and you.
Yeah.
It's going to be artists, any kind of painters, photographers, anyone that's involved in any kind of art, barbers.
Oi.
No, barbers are artists.
Well, yeah, that's true. To be honest, I mean, should we just get my mum to pull through as well?
She's the best, isn't she?
Yeah, she gave me that fresh
up a little bit. I feel like it's going down. Well, you see, that's much clearer.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's just the microphone wasn't pointing in the right direction for some reason. Okay, so what we're discussing today, there's a few topics we need to go over, but we've only got 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're trying to keep it between 25 and 30. What's on the clock?
34.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to stick to that. So I met up with Jay a few days ago because he's only available for a few days, obviously, when he comes to London.
Yeah.
I met up with Jay a few days ago and we shot a little something regarding the current situation and the fact that all artists are uninspired, not just artists, anyone in any kind of industry. And that was because I was actually struggling with ideas, but I really wanted to actually get together and shoot. So it was like, what do I come up with? It's like, oh yeah, that, let's just do it about the fact that we don't have any ideas and how that's affecting the industry.
Yeah. I mean, we've been kind of like having this topic of discussion for a very long time. I mean, ever since I've been like attending uni, I've always been like on the phone to you being like, there's nothing to do here.
Yeah.
There's no one that inspires me here.
Yeah, but even like Southampton, okay, there's not many people that go around.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're way straight to that in terms of COVID measures than in London. I think everyone here is a bit more relaxed, which is that is good or is good and bad, I don't know. Yeah, even when we were calling, we were always at home. You woke up by like 11 and I was like, what the hell is going on? This is not you.
Well, because I mean, like, you know what, I'm very, if I've got something to do, I'm up for it. But it's like, if there's nothing to do, I'll just sit in bed. There's no need to get up. I don't feel the drive to get up. Yeah,
that's the thing though. Like when you do approach burnout, maybe it's just that even if you have nothing to do, that's how I always felt. That's why I would put like my alarm early, even if there was nothing to do. It's like, I don't know, waking up late makes me feel unproductive. And it's that hope of actually having something to do during that day that maybe just wakes you up at that time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but like, I don't know, I guess being in halls is like, when you get up early, like you can go to the kitchen, like actually relax. Like in halls, it's like the only place you really can be yourself and really relax is in your room. Like if you're in the kitchen, you have to have like this face, I feel like.
Why is that?
It's just because like anyone could walk in at any moment. Like if you're at home, you can like, you know everyone there, like, personally, like, they're your family. But it's like, at halls, it's like anyone can just walk in.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah. I guess there's different solutions for everyone. Uni students, obviously struggling. Most of them have gone back home for a while until, you know, university started again. But it's just like, yeah, you don't find inspiration. And as we were saying the other day, it's like, as artists, like, regardless of what kind of artist you are, we get ideas and we get inspired by being in touch with people, by actually, you know, exploring, and by going out, you know, not necessarily, you don't have to do something, but even just going out and having a conversation with someone, an idea could arise. But by not having the possibility to actually physically meet up with people, whether it's because of distance or, you know, the current situation, it just limits you, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I don't know, I feel like, I guess you could say in the old days where we could run freely, you could bump onto like a random person on the street or like in a coffee shop like that instantly.
And just have a conversation.
Yeah, to
like
have
that.
a conversation and just be like, oh, like, what walk of life do you come from? Or like, what gets you up in the morning? And then like, you just build this dialect and this conversation that could A, lead to a project, or B, just keep you inspired for the next week, 2 weeks, whatever.
Yeah, I feel like we took that for granted though.
Yeah, definitely.
Now that we don't have it, it's like, before it was, I don't know, there's too many people, like I can't be bothered to go out, or like I don't want to meet up with this or that, like I don't want to talk. But now it's, I'm
craving for attention.
I'd literally make a video about anything, honestly, just to have a conversation with someone, and we did take that for granted before. But I guess, you know, I don't know if it's going to go back to the old normal, because, well, normal, what we used to call normal, or if there's going to be a new normal, where people maybe wake up a little bit and take things less for granted. But regardless, you know, this is the process of maybe reinventing ourselves as artists. And as you see, like, even by going out just that one time, you find any idea. Because staying at home and having missed that for a whole year, and having very few paid jobs, because obviously people are not don't want to spend money now, and just being in the same place with the same routine, when you do go out eventually, it just kind of opens everything up for you.
I don't know, I feel like where we haven't done that for so long, like going out and just talking about random nonsense, or can we swear?
I don't know. Can we? Yeah.
Okay.
Just track you PG. I don't know.
But like, just doing random, like, just stuff and just walking around and just exploring London. Obviously, where I've not been home for so long. Like, for me, it's very new and fresh again. But just meeting up and just like shooting things, it kind of threw me back to 2018, where me, you, Jimmy used to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, we just literally went out to shoot anything and anyone.
Yeah, literally.
That's what we love to do. And that's the thing, though, isn't it? Just going back to those roots and being able to go out and shoot. Well, now we have, humbly, we have bigger gear.
Yeah.
We have more gear, so it's become a little bit harder to actually go out and shoot freely, even if you don't have any idea, but just even to rack up a bit of archive footage to just use here and there and make a little composition now. We're kind of going back to that roots.
Yeah.
But it's sad that you're so far. That's what I mean. Like, when there are projects that I need a DP on, and I need you on it, you're never here. And I know you'd come up, but it's just like the fact that I can't call you up and be like, Jay.
Yeah.
You know,
it's gone from like a half an hour trip to like.
Yeah, but I can't even be like, oh, Jay, we might have a shoot in like a couple hours.
Yeah.
I'm in Southampton. I can't come that easily, can I?
Let me just drop £60 on.
Yeah, and it's expensive, and plus there's checks now, so it's like you need somewhat of a valid reason to come here, isn't it?
Well, because you can travel for work, so as long as I'm working, it's fine.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, classify that as work, but still they give you.
Technically, it is.
Still, they do. Yeah, but still they give you nonsense for it.
It's because like they see me, they look at me, and like, oh, but if they're coming from Southampton,
There must
Probably
be a good reason, isn't it?
Or where they're like, oh, it's probably a student, so they're probably like just coming to cause nonsense, basically.
Well, when are you going back?
I go back this Friday, so the 9th.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's going to be another like 50 years until I see you again.
Well, I'm coming back home for summer.
Yeah, true. But if you
I need to make money. So if anyone...
if anyone's looking to hire, then please.
Yeah.
You know, Jay is here.
Please stop me from starving.
Yeah, but even if there was another podcast to join on, okay, let's leave the paid work because obviously going to come up if there's paid work. Yeah. If there's another chance for you to jump on it, which there will be, 100%.
Anytime I'm in London, I'm coming back.
We can even do it through Zoom.
Yeah.
As you suggested. Yeah. I was a bit iffy about that. I was like,
suggested like many times. Yeah. And you was like, no.
No, I'm going to wait until you come to London to actually
start
I guess like
this. First episode, we got to give the people top quality. Exactly. And then just bring their expectations down slowly.
Yeah.
Disappoint them week by week.
Yeah, like, smaller studio. No, we might have to, I'll keep this one. Yeah. It might be a little bit less consistent.
Yeah.
I'm obviously going to try and keep it more consistent. That's another thing that's going to be, it's going to be hard to do. But even like once every 2 weeks or once, I don't know. We'll see.
Talking of consistency.
God, don't go there.
Talking of consistency, well, I want to talk. However, because obviously, I've been trying to start this YouTube journey for a very long time.
Yeah.
However, I know like a lot of people are like, yeah, just post. But I hate that. I hate just post.
Well, okay, it's that conversation which is quality over quantity, isn't it? So that's something we're all stuck in between.
Yeah.
But I guess it is just do it. Like, when it comes to posting this kind of online content, YouTube videos, I told you, you could do short vlogs, even if it's on your phone, because obviously it's a bit harder to carry a full rigged up cinema camera on your hand and try and vlog outside. But even tutorials, you don't really like doing them because it's quite static, isn't it?
It's not even that. It's like, I just don't think that's me. I just don't think that's my type of content.
Okay.
Just because it's like, obviously, everyone wants to be Pete McKinnon.
Yeah, realistically, yeah. Well, that's become not him, but like that style has become so mainstream.
Like him, Matti Hopla, like just like everyone in the filmmaker or photography, like YouTube side of the world, I guess.
Why is just doing that same thing? It's about doing a new style. But even I was watching, Mark Byrne, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so I was watching one of his videos when he was talking about his YouTube journey. And I think it was him that didn't monetize and didn't even share his like YouTube videos for a while. He kept them on a year. It was him in it. Yeah, and he kept them on private for a while, and it was like, would I still do this if I wasn't getting any views? So it's like, if no one was watching it, would I still do it? And I think that's the whole point. That's something I didn't think about. I've obviously lost a bit of consistency in that, and it's because obviously there's been valid reasons for it, but it's about even making something and posting it, even if it's not going to be shared with anyone, but you practice, you make your quality, you learn things about you learn things about yourself, you learn things about how you want to set this up, for example, what camera, what angle, and then with time you learn that, and then you put those videos out, and they're great. But it's all that about, would we do it if there was nothing coming back?
Because like I'm always looking for an excuse to film, to make something. It's just I've always been stuck in a mindset of like, if it's not better than the last thing I posted, why am I posting it? Or it's like, I don't feel like see, me personally, I measure success by how much better the film is or the video is than
yours.
Yeah. So like,
well, that's good though, because a lot of people don't compare themselves to themselves. They compare themselves to all the other content that is up.
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't compare my work to yours because I'm very like film traditional. I don't really use like a lot of like edits or like overlays, stuff like that. I'm very like cut and dry. Is where you're like a mix. How I've always explained it.
Well, you know what? Like, I like keeping it standard. I don't like doing effects. Like, you will never find effects in my videos.
Yeah.
Or maybe if you do, they're like old videos, very few. I don't like doing that. That's another reason for why I don't shoot music videos for like you know, local artists, because I know that's what they look for. And that's not my style. We do have a similar style. I have to say my last video was quite artsy, as you said. And that's too art house for me, you know what I mean? But
I liked it. It was a good change of pace. Yeah. And you can obviously see like your own personality like shine through it.
Well, you experiment.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's how you learn.
But I guess, I mean, we are always looking for something that has more of a plot rather than to just shoot random things. That was fine, but even with you, I feel like if you don't have something planned or scripted, then you feel like there's no point going to shoot.
Yeah, like I don't know, the burn's just kind of gone, especially like because of the weight of our cameras and stuff. Like,
oh yeah, it gets difficult. So it's like I either have something planned thoroughly, or I just don't do it.
Yeah, it's like, do I want to lug around this, I don't know, 6 kg, 7 kg camera? In my hand.
That's our evolution.
Yeah.
Like our growing as filmmakers.
Yeah,
because as you said, like back in 2018, we used to go around roofless with smaller cameras and just shoot anything, but it isn't like that anymore, is it?
Unfortunately not.
Well, like
it's good, but it's like, I miss it.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah. My feet probably don't miss it though.
No, not on my back. There's no way.
Yeah. Now that we're 110.
Yeah, we're just too old. That's what I mean. That's why I wanted to get a Pelly.
Oh my God.
Like, I'm still trying to sell my camera bag to get a Pelly, because if we keep carrying these heavy backpacks, we'll get to 30 with no back.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like that's a guarantee.
Yeah, we'll be DPs from wheelchairs.
Yeah, exactly. We already have back pains as it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll wake up like,
burn issues. What's the timer, by the way? Because I'm not checking.
20.
We got 20 left.
20 minutes, yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Cool. Jesus, I thought we'd been talking like.
Yeah. I was like, oh well, that's it. Like,
no. Okay, let's keep it going. But yeah, another thing I did want to discuss was, you kind of touched on that, based on quality and quantity, is the pressure of social media on posting. And I know it's something that is like widely discussed in all kinds of workplaces, especially when it comes to artists. But it's something that affects us heavy, because it's like, you know, we go on Instagram one day and we see everyone posting, and the next day they're posting, and the day after you see another post from someone else, and it's like, well, I'm not doing enough. But at the same time, there's all these platforms now, like TikTok, there's Reels, there's the normal Instagram feed and keeping up your feed, and then there's YouTube, and then there's podcasts.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, though, is like, you can't be bothered to look after all of that, and it's like, oh yeah, should we jump on TikTok because that's something new, but it's already oversaturated now and there's a lot of people on it, but you still get a lot of views, and you could use that maybe for marketing for your YouTube or your Instagram, or like Reels. You know, people are jumping on shorter forms of content. It's like 30 seconds to 60 or 15 seconds to 30, and it's like, what am I supposed to do? Like, is the Instagram feed still valid now? Is it still good for content? Or like, am I supposed to jump on LinkedIn? Or is like LinkedIn going to become a new Facebook, but on the business side? And there's all these things that you think about, and it kind of takes away from your thought process. Whereas like, am I supposed to focus on writing scripted content and making like one quality video or film in 2 months? Or in those 2 months, am I supposed to post one video a week on my socials, because otherwise I don't keep relevant?
Well, okay, so one of two things. Firstly, LinkedIn hates filmmakers. Okay, so we'll get this started.
There,
LinkedIn hates filmmakers because when you upload a 4K video, it turns it to like 360p at 4 frames and 9 minutes. So yeah, it just turns your video into mush. But I feel like we're at the point of, or like we're in the point of our careers where we need to stop
worrying about that.
Not even that. Like, we just need to stop creating content for our friends and family. If you get what I mean.
But that's what I was thinking. Is like, I don't know, because obviously work comes through socials as well.
Yeah.
You know, so you get people to text you and be like, oh, I need this done, or like, I'm looking for a commercial for my company, or I'm looking for, you know, a lot of times it is corporate productions or music videos, but
see, like, I mean, in the sense of like, okay, so I love my mother dearly, but my mom's like, you've not uploaded in so long, you've not like made anything, and she's very hardworking, but it's like different. It's like, it's not like a traditional job because of like the amount of hours we put into it. Like people see us out on set and they're like, oh yeah, that's it.
oh no, it's a lifestyle.
No, like I live for film.
Yeah, exactly.
I say this to people at uni. They're like, oh, like, yeah, but like you hang out with us. I'm like, yeah, but when I go home,
That's all I think about.
or like even when I'm out, like I was out with Cassidy and her friend Nicola. We was out in this forest and I stopped and they were like, what are you looking at? I was like, that's a really nice frame. And they were like, what do you mean?
But that's what I'm saying, like, it's in us. And
Yeah.
even when people come to us, like, oh yeah, you know, you do this you do this as a job, but what is your hobby? And I'm like, what do you
Film.
mean? Like, this started as a hobby and it still is. And that's one thing people understand. It is a lifestyle, it's not a career choice.
Yeah.
Like, you definitely don't get into filmmaking if you want money. You get what I mean?
If you want to burn a hole in your pocket, filmmaking is the way to go.
Exactly. Considering the cost of gear, hope I'm not peaking on this, but considering the cost of gear, the cost of travel, everything put together, it's just like, it's a lot.
Yeah.
And it's not something you do for money, because if you do for money, you go in it for the wrong reasons and you get the wrong jobs. And it's like, oh yeah, maybe this guy's this guy's budget is 10K, which isn't much, but it's 10K.
Yeah.
But it's not my style. It's not what I do. And I don't think I can execute it well. But if someone still picks it up because of the money, then you lose your reputation. You lose your credibility as a filmmaker. And as you said, we have to stop making content for family and friends, meaning we have to niche down.
Yeah.
And we have to, find what we want to do, focus more on scripted content that lasts longer, or is more long-term rather than losing time.
Like, you want to be able to look back in 2 years and be like, yeah, that was better.
Yeah,
that was still quite good.
Yeah. Like, I don't consider podcast as a, like something to waste time on. I think it's nice to just meet up and have a conversation and actually share points of view with other artists.
Yeah, because I don't know, I feel like, especially in today's age, it's like 5-minute phone call, quick text, that's it. No one takes the time. So like, how all the Italians, like back home, it's like you go for coffee, you're busy for like 3 hours.
Yeah, exactly. You just
like,
sit there and talk.
Like, here in England, we don't do that.
But that's why I call you most times. Like, oh yeah, we should go get even if we're not shooting, we bring our gear, we should go get a coffee and we just sit there for like a good hour and just talk.
Or it's like, I get loads of texts from people like, where are you? I'm like, I'm having coffee. And they're like, yeah, that's like a 5-minute thing.
No,
like,
it's
no.
No, it's a whole process.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's just like a time to just sit down and discuss things with friends.
Yeah.
Which is what this is.
Exactly. But see, I'm not taking this as, we have to go and do a podcast. Like, it's a time when me and you can actually sit down at a table in the side.
Yeah.
Because we can't go sit anywhere now because of COVID.
Yeah.
And to actually talk, talk a little bit.
It's not like a money grab. If it was a money grab, we would sunk. I was gonna say bad words. Demonetization.
No, PG, please.
No, yeah, we would have sunk so much money into this, got like rented out RE cameras. And
for this, no.
Yeah, like, and then we would just put loads of money on like marketing and we would have made it like superficial. No. But no, it's just two kids sat at a table.
Just having a conversation.
Yeah, just talking.
No, we're definitely not doing this for the money. It's just a chance to actually share. Because a lot of times, like, people do want to hear it. What's the clock?
12.
Okay, cool. People do want to hear these kind of conversations. I guess a lot of people can see themselves in this. You know, like maybe understand that they're not alone in this thought process, and it's like everyone is in the same situation now. All artists are struggling, or at least most of them. It's just to kind of join forces in a way.
Yeah. I don't know. I just hope like once this does go live that people can see like how organic and like natural it is. Like once this is finished, me and you will probably go and get a coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
And continue the podcast.
Exactly. We're probably going to
Just
go out,
us.
still shoot, still talk on a coffee. Actually, I'm trying to get food. What time? Nah, it's going to be finished at 12. But we're still going to be out talking. Like,
exactly.
It's not like, oh, Jay, come here just for the podcast. Like, we're central. No, we're staying out for the whole day.
Yeah, like,
do you know what I mean?
I'm down to shoot. I brought my gear.
You brought your camera.
Yeah, we're not using my camera.
See, but where's your tripod? Where's your tripod? Where's your tripod? Exactly.
Bro, it's bare sunny, you know.
Oh, shut up.
That's crazy. That's crazy. It's sunny.
You forgot your tripod in Southampton. We could have had 2 angles in this.
Yeah, man.
Actually, there are spare tripods there at the back.
Yeah, I don't want my camera to break under the weight of that poor tiny tripod.
No, that's a photography tripod.
Yeah, that's...
No, your camera's too hefty for that. You can't do that anymore.
It's a big boy. So, my bad.
Yeah. No, but we're still going out and shoot. It's just like maybe we're just going to sit down a bit, have a coffee or eat, and then think about...
Coffee.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we have to get coffee.
100%.
This is Thames water here. No, I'm joking. Imagine not a sponsor. I'm not turning this.
Yeah, big up.
But no, we digress. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Just like how our conversations are organic and how we will continue this conversation while we're walking and having coffee.
Yeah, 100%. And plus, there's 2 microphones at the back there because the people watching maybe can see my thumb pointing in that way. But there's 4 microphones in the studio.
Yeah.
And maybe one time when we do have more camera, even 1 more camera or 2 more cameras, we can get 4 people in this place. There's 4 channels to this, so we can actually have a whole round conversation.
The thing is, like we was discussing before, I don't know anyone that's got the same mentality as us.
No,
in the sense of we'll sit down and have like a coffee time or sit down and just catch up and just talk about anything really.
But I feel like there are plenty of artists, there are quite a lot of artists that I know that wouldn't mind coming through and like sharing thoughts and actually just talking between us. Like it's weird because we have headphones on and a fat microphone in front of our face, but
after a while you kind of just forget it.
You don't care. Like as long as it's pointing the right way, people can hear me. But yeah, that's it, isn't it? And going back to the social media thing, I didn't let you finish because you're like, when we can't make content for family and friends anymore.
So like my idea is like, because I always used to, I hate to admit it, but I used to look up to like you and Jimmy, right?
Stop it.
I still look up to you, but like, I feel like we're around the same.
Exactly.
Like same.
You've come a long way since I met you the first time. I can't lie.
But it's because like, I don't know, I guess like where I was a little bit younger, I don't want to say I was egotistical because I feel like I'm a very humble person, but I was like, oh yeah, like I know quite a lot about film. And then I like met you and Jimmy and I was like, oh, okay, maybe I don't.
No, but mate, it's the same for me when I go like to bigger sets with obviously more experienced filmmakers. Yeah. But that's the thing, is it's good to always mix with artists that are on the same level or
just like way above.
Yeah, because then it kind of, you see it as a healthy competition.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh my God, like this is a new approach or he's doing that. And I want to be like him. But not in a bad way. It's like, I want to learn. I'm going to go to him and you're like, oh yeah, how do you do this? And it's, how can I say it? You push to improve. You better yourself as an artist and as a person. And that's what I miss.
Yeah. Or it's like, ever since I've been at uni, I've found out that filmmaking is more about skill. So like everyone at home can just pick up a camera, pick up their phone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Be a photographer, be a filmmaker.
Yeah.
Where it's more about philosophy, why you do certain things.
Yeah.
What does this portray to said audience? And that's something I'm starting to really take into account for while I'm framing my images. Or
Yeah,
like while
the
I'm
purpose of it.
scripting. Yeah, exactly.
Remember when we, oh sugar. Remember when we had that Zoom call with everyone and Roger Deakins.
Oh yeah, the one where my uni hall decided to burn
missed
down.
it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this guy's fire alarm in his uni just went off and he missed the whole thing. But he was going over something important and he said, when you're a DP, obviously your job is to compose the image. You're responsible for the whole outcome of the image, for the look that you want to give and the purpose of that shot. And he said, when you go in a room, when you go into a location the first time for location scouting, and maybe it has natural light beams or whatnot, and you go in and you think, oh wow, that's great lighting. He says you get it wrong. Like, that's wrong. Like, the first thing that you should think about when you do go into a location is, does this work for the shot? Does this work for the character? Does this help the storyline to evolve? Can I see the character in this location and whatnot? And then, you think about lighting, you think about composition. Maybe you see a corner up top which is lit by a soft sunlight, and like, well, okay, I'll black that out and I'll what's it called? What's the word? I forget in English. I'll emulate that with a panel. But lighting isn't a composition. What can I say? So lighting isn't the first thing to think about.
Yeah.
The most important thing is a storyline.
Yeah. Does it work for this?
Yeah, even when
production.
Exactly. He even said, when someone comes to me and is like, oh yeah, that was a great shot. He's like, yeah, well, I did it wrong then, because you shouldn't really think about the shot, should you? It should.
The thing that should dominate a frame is the character and the story.
Yeah, it should be like, this works for the, it's a great film. It works. And that's what it should be like. That's why I love his style.
Yeah. Because there is no style.
No, like he just makes it work.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what you were talking about before. When you do go on set and when you do look at a frame, and it's important. And all these camera movements that people make, all these shots that they keep changing, and they speed up by changing frames. You could just simply set up your camera there and let the story evolve in front of it. Yeah.
But then it depends on
depends on the shot.
Or like depends on what kind of work you're doing.
Obviously.
If you're doing like commercial and stuff, then stuff like that does work.
No, yeah, I'm talking in regards to
film.
To proper films.
Yeah.
Like talking about films like No Country for Old Men or those classics that he worked on. Yeah. You can just set up the camera and let things evolve around it. Even from like a point of view, it's like you feel part of it. You're looking directly at it and it's happening before your eyes. Time?
We have 4 minutes.
4 minutes. Okay, one last thought from you. Let's discuss and then we'll cut this out. Wait, when did you start? What? Oh, 34 minutes. Okay, cool.
Just if people are telling you what you're doing is right and you feel it's wrong, just go with your gut and just keep on.
Yeah, that's true.
Just keep on trucking. Just like at the end of the day, as much as you love your friends and family, you are the filmmaker.
Yeah, I mean, it's important to listen, but at the same time, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, like I wouldn't tell my mate, I don't know, John, I guess, how to
build a house. Yeah, I guess, yeah.
I'd be like, that doesn't look great. But he'd be like, well, it's like that because the foundations.
But you don't do it for that at the same time. It's like, you have to like it.
Yeah.
Okay, taking judgment is another thing. And obviously it's important to listen to feedback. But it's like, it's your film. It's your style. And if you think this works because you're actually invested in it and you believe that is how it should be and that's how it works. I'm not saying you're a genius and you have to be like pretentious about it.
Yeah.
But at the same
It's
time,
like-
trust yourself.
If you can argue why you've done something a certain way and someone can argue your argument, then listen to their criticism.
Yeah.
But if you can argue your point and they can't say anything, then they clearly don't know what they're talking about.
Exactly.
In
Just
my opinion.
Listen, be like, yeah, why do you think that is?
Yeah. And if they're like, I don't know. Well, then you have no idea.
It's like, yeah, just leave it.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
we might have to get, what time?
2 minutes.
Jesus, okay, we're tight on it. All right then, well, Jay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
For having come through. Let's not make this formal,
Yeah.
because it's not.
We're literally going to continue the podcast
Yeah,
for
exactly,
another
yeah.
3 hours.
But I do thank everyone who did tune up and listen. I hope you found this helpful and entertaining and informative and whatnot.
Hopefully, I'll be back in London to do this again very soon.
Yeah, or we just there through Zoom.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
love that. In a
Sweet.
bit, guys.
In a bit.